The Lost Strategy of Petition. Antiquated privileged insights of the Essenes. Welcome, dear friends. Welcome to the news channel where you can find various information from all fields. Support this channel by simply clicking on the subscribe button. The Essenes, a mystical Jewish sect that flourished from the 2nd century BCE to the 1st century CE, have long intrigued scholars with their distinctive beliefs and practices. Known for their rigorous ascetic lifestyle and secretive nature, the Essenes left behind a rich tapestry of texts and artifacts that offer valuable insights into their unique approach to religious and social matters. Among the myriad aspects of their esoteric practices, one particular element stands out: their strategy of petition. This strategy, a complex system of communication and influence, has been largely overlooked in modern analyses. This article aims to explore the antiquated yet privileged insights embedded in the Essenes' approach to petition, drawing from historical texts, archaeological findings, and scholarly interpretations. The essence of the Essenes. To understand the strategy of petition among the Essenes, it is crucial first to grasp the essence of this enigmatic group. The Essenes were part of a broader Jewish milieu during the Second Temple period, characterized by diverse religious and philosophical schools. Unlike the Pharisees or Sadducees, the Essenes were noted for their communal living, ascetic practices, and apocalyptic expectations. Their belief system revolved around a rigorous interpretation of Jewish law, an intense focus on personal piety, and a profound sense of eschatological urgency. The community's structure and beliefs. The Essene community was structured around a highly organized system of communal living and shared beliefs. Their communal houses, often located in isolated areas such as Qumran near the Dead Sea, were designed to foster a life of simplicity and spiritual focus. Members adhered to strict rules regarding daily conduct, including dietary restrictions, ritual purification, and communal prayer. This intense communal structure was designed to create a purified environment, free from the moral and spiritual corruption they believed plagued mainstream society. The Essenes' beliefs were deeply rooted in a dualistic worldview, which framed history as a cosmic struggle between the forces of light and darkness. This eschatological perspective influenced their approach to petition and advocacy, shaping their interactions with both divine and human authorities. The concept of petition in Essene thought. Petition, within the context of the Essene community, refers to the formalized practice of seeking divine intervention or favor through specific rituals, prayers, and communal actions. Unlike modern petitions, which often involve formal written requests presented to authorities or organizations, the Essenes' petitions were embedded within their religious and communal practices. These petitions were viewed not merely as requests, but as integral components of their spiritual warfare against the forces of evil. Historical context and influence. The Essenes' strategy of petition cannot be fully understood without considering the historical and cultural context in which it developed. During the Second Temple period, Jewish society was experiencing significant upheaval, marked by political instability, religious factionalism, and social unrest. The Essenes' approach to petition was shaped by their response to these conditions, which they perceived as indicative of a broader cosmic conflict. Their practices were influenced by earlier Jewish traditions, as well as by contemporary Hellenistic and Roman cultures. The integration of various cultural elements into their petitionary practices reflects the Essenes' adaptive strategies in response to their external environment. Rituals and practices of petition. Central to the Essenes' strategy of petition were their elaborate rituals and practices. These included daily prayers, communal fasts, and ritualistic rites aimed at invoking divine favor or intervention. The essence of these rituals was to align the community with divine will, thereby gaining spiritual and practical benefits. One of the most significant aspects of Essene petitionary practice was the use of sacred texts. The Dead Sea Scrolls, discovered in the mid-20th century, provide substantial evidence of the Essenes' reliance on scriptural texts for guidance and petition. These texts, including psalms, prayers, and apocalyptic writings, were meticulously studied and recited as part of their petitionary rituals. The role of the teacher of righteousness. A pivotal figure in Essene petitionary practice was the teacher of righteousness, a prominent leader believed to possess a unique spiritual authority. The teacher's role extended beyond traditional leadership functions to encompass the mediation of divine will and the interpretation of sacred texts. In the context of petition, the teacher of righteousness was instrumental in guiding the community's prayers and actions, ensuring that they were aligned with divine intentions. The teacher's influence was crucial in shaping the community's understanding of petition and its effectiveness. This role highlights the intertwining of spiritual leadership with practical aspects of petitionary strategy. Communal versus individual petition. A distinctive feature of Essene petitionary practice was its communal nature. Unlike individual petitions common in other religious traditions, Essene petitions were predominantly collective, reflecting the group's emphasis on unity and shared purpose. This communal approach reinforced the idea that the group's spiritual and practical needs were interlinked, and that collective action was essential for achieving desired outcomes. Nevertheless, individual petitions did occur within the Essene community. These personal petitions were often presented in the context of communal rituals and were designed to align individual desires with the broader goals of the community. This dual focus on communal and individual petition underscores the complex interplay between personal and collective spirituality within the Essene tradition. Theological implications of petitionary practices. The theological underpinnings of Essene petitionary practices reveal a profound understanding of the relationship between humans and the divine. The Essenes viewed petition not merely as a means of requesting divine intervention, but as a fundamental aspect of their covenantal relationship with God. This relationship was characterized by a reciprocal dynamic, where human actions and prayers were believed to influence divine favor. The Essenes' focus on petition as a strategic element in their spiritual warfare underscores their belief in a dynamic, interactive relationship with the divine. This perspective highlights the role of human agency in shaping divine outcomes and reinforces the idea that petitionary practices were integral to their overall spiritual strategy. Sources of petitionary knowledge. The knowledge underlying the Essenes' petitionary practices was derived from various sources, including sacred texts, oral traditions, and spiritual insights. The Dead Sea Scrolls offer valuable glimpses into the textual and ritualistic aspects of Essene petition, providing a window into their esoteric knowledge. In addition to scriptural sources, the Essenes' petitionary practices were informed by oral traditions passed down through generations. These traditions encompassed interpretations of sacred texts, ritual practices, and theological insights that shaped the community's understanding of petition. Comparative analysis with other Jewish groups. To fully appreciate the uniqueness of Essene petitionary practices, it is useful to compare them with those of other contemporary Jewish groups. The Pharisees and Sadducees, for example, had distinct approaches to petition and religious practice. While the Pharisees emphasized oral traditions and a more flexible approach to Jewish law, the Sadducees adhered strictly to the written Torah and held significant influence in the temple. The Essenes' focus on petition as a means of spiritual warfare and communal purification set them apart from these other groups. Their esoteric practices and apocalyptic expectations provided a distinctive framework for understanding and practicing petition. Influence on early Christian thought. The Essenes' petitionary practices also had a significant influence on early Christian thought. Many scholars argue that the early Christian community adopted and adapted various elements of Essene practice, including aspects of petition, in their own religious rituals and beliefs. The similarities between Essene and early Christian practices suggest a shared cultural and religious milieu. Understanding the Essenes' approach to petition provides valuable context for exploring the development of early Christian rituals and theological concepts. The legacy of Essene petitionary practices. The legacy of Essene petitionary practices extends beyond their immediate historical context. Their approach to petition has influenced subsequent religious traditions and practices, shaping the development of mystical and esoteric thought in various religious contexts. The preservation of Essene texts and practices, including those related to petition, continues to provide valuable insights for scholars and practitioners interested in the history of religious practice and thought. Modern reinterpretations and discoveries. Recent archaeological and textual discoveries have shed new light on Essene petitionary practices, leading to modern reinterpretations and scholarly debates. Advances in technology, such as digital imaging and textual analysis, have allowed researchers to uncover previously hidden aspects of Essene practices and beliefs. These modern discoveries contribute to a deeper understanding of the Essenes' approach to petition, offering fresh perspectives on their religious and spiritual strategies. Conclusion: the lost strategy of petition among the Essenes reveals a complex and nuanced approach to spiritual and communal life. Through their elaborate rituals, communal practices, and esoteric knowledge, the Essenes developed a distinctive strategy for seeking divine favor and intervention. Their practices offer valuable insights into the interplay between religious belief and practical action, highlighting the significance of petition as a strategic element in their spiritual and communal life. The study of Essene petitionary practices not only enriches our understanding of this ancient Jewish sect, but also provides broader insights into the nature of religious practice and the dynamics of spiritual engagement. As new discoveries continue to emerge, the legacy of the Essenes petitionary strategy remains a testament to the enduring complexity and depth of ancient religious traditions.